All right, before I show you guys the video, I want to say I apologize for the quality of my webcam. I don't know what it was. On the stream, it was really bad, and I've never seen it be this bad ever. So I'm going to get a new webcam. But from the people who are coming from Kenny Okoye's channel, I would really appreciate if you guys hit the subscribe button and like this video. I make UFC videos almost every single day. So, I'd really appreciate if you guys hit that sub button. And yeah, let's get into the video.
Oh,
Perfect, perfect.
nice.
Been a minute, man. You been well?
Yeah,
Let's
I'm doing
go.
all right, bro. How you been, man?
Dude, good man. Just busy and shit. You know how life is.
Yeah.
Nah, this may be a little bit more of a different debate, but I do think, especially in the last couple years, that boxing has actually take over in terms of combat sports over the UFC.
All right. I'll entertain it. Fuck it. What about boxing is so intriguing in your opinion?
Yes. Okay. So I'll explain this in a few ways. The first part is what is it? I would say delivering the fights to the people. UFC, especially recently, hasn't delivered the right fights towards its fans. While as boxing, we've seen recently with Usyk and Fury, we've seen Bivol and Beterbiev. We're actually getting Canelo. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to say weeks. I'm more of a UFC fan, to be fair. But I would say Canelo and Crawford, and then also with the actually, we'll go one by one. I don't want to go like a shit ton of points.
I agree with you there. I think UFC right now
Okay.
specifically is actually doing a really bad job giving us fights we want. So yeah, I agree there. As far as like boxing does better, yeah, giving them the fights they want. Do they cards necessarily live up to the hype? No, but they do a really good job giving them fights.
What is it? Well, with the Haney Ryan Garcia card, I wouldn't want. I don't think that's a perfect way to overshadow everything because, what is it? Recently, Usyk and Fury happened, and I feel like that fight was very entertaining on the eye. Same with what was the fight that I mentioned a bit earlier? Oh, Beterbiev and Bivol rematch, as
True.
well, with a bit of controversy and everything
True.
like that.
But boxing also does something where like it's like Canelo versus Joe Schmo that I heard nothing about. I feel like UFC doesn't do that at all. Like we might be worse at like full card matchmaking sometimes or something, but I feel as it no, actually we're not. We're better with full card.
Opposite.
Yeah, yeah, we're better.
Opposite.
UFC is way better than with full card. In boxing is just better with let me stack up and just put a bunch of randoms on the prelims. Maybe just because I don't watch boxing enough to care, because I really don't care about boxing that much. Because half the fights I don't even know these guys. And then like once Canelo fights someone, it's always gonna be a guy I've never heard of, or like a big guy fights someone I just don't know who these guys are. It just seems like a gimme fight. It was kind of dumb. Like I don't know. Boxing's just ass, isn't it? Fucking hell. I hate boxing.
So, yeah, no, I get that. Now, I would see that would be a fair argument to say, but how much are you paying for a card with boxing versus the UFC? Canelo card, yes, should be is $90, but Beterbiev and Bivol was, I believe, 20 or 30. I think that, and then Pantoja and what's his face? I believe it was Pantoja and
Yeah, it's all 70. It's all
first
70.
tag was $80.
Yeah, it's usually all that. Every UFC pay per view is the same price. We know what we're gonna pay for. Yeah, boxing does switch up, but like, yeah, of course, Canelo versus nobody. You would never see me pay a dime for that. I wouldn't even pay $5 for that if it was that much. I do pay for UFC, but like I said, the quality of the overall card is a lot better than I feel like boxing is. Boxing is just so bad and so top heavy. I don't care for
Would you
top
say
heavy fights.
even with recently?
Yeah, even recently. Like I feel like
Okay,
there was
well,
one card that I remember that boxing was like really good and really stacked in. I think it was a Fury card. Where boxing like looked good, but other than that, the cards are ass.
okay, so would you say, okay, let's say this card coming up next week, the 306, is it worth $80 for you to buy?
No, I'm gonna buy it though.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
everyone is. I'm just talking about in this art, like in this.
yeah,
discussion
it's
here.
horrible. It's a bad price. It's a bad price.
Yeah. All right. Then what about? Okay. So then, if you're gonna say that, what are you talking about? Just qualities in terms of pay-per-views, but also or fight nights as well.
Everything, everything. Even fight nights that
Everything?
are shit. Like this fight night's shit, but it's probably gonna deliver. One thing that UFC could do that boxing can't, they could give a shit fight nights and the fights are still gonna deliver. You know, in my opinion.
Not entirely. I would agree to a certain extent, but also disagree. Like I don't like what
I
is
don't
it?
know,
I don't
man.
know. Are you familiar with Jaime Munguia
No.
or no?
Actually, I can't lie.
Okay.
I don't really know much about boxing, so it's gonna be like this
Okay.
debate's
No.
like it's iffy for me.
Okay. No worries. No worries. No
Yeah.
worries. What is it? If you want, shoot. Okay. I'll do one other one in the UFC. What do you think is the most stacked UFC division in your opinion?
Yeah, it's welterweight or bantamweight. I'm gonna say just for the shits, bantamweight. I'll say bantamweight. just for
All
the
right. Okay. Oh, and then, dude, if you're gonna say welterweight is also a stack, I was gonna say welterweight.
I know, I
But
knew
you're
you
also,
were.
if you,
I know, probably knew
fuck,
because
bro.
welterweight like
Okay.
right now is really good. I can't lie. It's really
Yeah,
good.
I really like the welterweight division too. Okay, I'll do one other one then. All right. Who's your Mount Rushmore? UFC Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore's a weird question because like I feel like it doesn't really constitute a top four all time. It's more like I guess a pioneer kind of thing. But
Okay.
if you're asking me like my top four of all time, I'd say Jones, Habib, DC, and Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse. Oh, that's actually interesting. So what okay, so mine, this is gonna be a bit, this is where it's different. I got Jones. Everyone else I don't have. I like DC and Mighty Mouse. Those are actually pretty good picks. But I got Silva, GSP, and then Connor.
Yeah. Well,
I
why
know
you
Connor's
have?
crazy,
Yeah. Why do you
but
have Connor?
let's
I'm
go.
assuming it's because like what he's done, like as far as like
Influence.
superstardom.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know how. Like, I would say the influential part of Connor elevating the UFC from what is it, from ground, like I would want to say damn near ground zero to like being really mainstream.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's similar to like, okay, this might sound crazy, but like hear me out with this comparison. It's not entirely like 100% accurate, but like what Jordan did essentially with like NBA, if you like follow basketball,
Yeah.
he kind of got it global.
Yeah, I see what you mean. No, I agree with like Connor has one of the best. Like even that, I would say like Rousey too would be like if I was doing influence. Like yeah, there's some people who like had great influence, but as far as like bro, like Connor's career, bro, like everyone's better than Connor. Aldo's better than Connor. You know.
It's a good downturn for sure. But
Yeah.
what about getting up there too? Because I know, listen, like even though the double champ shit, sure you can argue that's fraudulent. He was the first to do it
Yeah, but
in a quick time
yeah,
frame.
you also had zero title defenses in both weight classes, so that's embarrassing. Like you're just a double champ with like no defenses. It's almost like the UFC gave it to you and said, you know what, just don't fight anyone, just go up and try to win this one. And then he did that, and then that's it. And then didn't defend that title either. Like, so yeah, it's cool accolade, but just no like real stripes behind it.
Well, okay, that is fair. But the next thing I would say is the win that you would have, the wins that he's had, because the Aldo win, especially during that time, he was on a 10, like he hasn't lost in 10 years, and like just knocked him out in the
Yeah,
first
that
round.
was cool, but like at that point, like if we're gonna like compare that, if we're gonna compare like skill and resume, then Habib should still be on your Mount Rushmore over him. And Habib has just as big of an influence as Connor in an aspect because he kind of embarrassed Connor. You
Just
know,
as big.
I mean, a lot of people follow Habib. He's actually like I think the second most followed UFC fighter behind Connor, and it's because
He is very big, but in terms of influence within the within UFC, what would you say is game changer with Habib compared to Connor?
you got everyone in the world talking in a Russian accent a little bit, brother. You know, I'm a smash. This is like the most viral word ever in the UFC community. Like Habib has crazy influence, dog. Like the influence is fucking nasty. Like yes, I do
No,
agree.
I'm not
Connor
saying he
has.
does that.
Yeah, I know. I agree that
Sorry.
Connor's influence is a little bit more like, yeah, it helped the UFC, but like Habib's that guy too. Don't get it twisted, you know. This guy's that guy.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with that. What if we're gonna talk about influence here? What would you think is more popular between Habib's like Smash Brother or Pereira's?
Nah, Habib. I mean, Perez is big now, but he's already dying out because he already lost. Habib, everyone's still saying it. So, yeah.
That's fair. That's
All right,
okay.
OJ.
No, all right, man. Hey,
I'm
I
happy.
appreciate it. Hey,
All right, have a good
congrats
one,
on
brother.
16K.
Yeah.
Congrats
Yo,
on 16K.
by the way, guys, he was the first person to ever interview me, chat. Even before, like I was even near
Yeah.
no 10K. Like I think I was like 2K damn near, but
I think he just reached 1,000, I believe.
yeah.
By the way, I'd love running it back one day too.
Absolutely, bro. I owe you
that.
that. I owe you that. All right, bro. Have a good one.
All
My
right, see
guy.
you.
I like Jay, guys. He's a good guy. All right, chat. He's a good guy. We chill with Jay, bro. He's good. Like he gave me, like he was one of the first people to interview when I had no motion, bro. No motion, no hairline, none of that, bro.